What's going on, you guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Now, I thought I knew what to expect from Vigilantes, but at this point, I'm willing to accept the fact that I just don't know anymore. They're clearly willing with this anime adaptation to completely, just alter the lore, and I'm all for that. This episode is one of the honestly best episodes that Vigilantes has ever put out, in my opinion. This is right up there with the Aizawa flashback arc, and that's solely because of one little change that the anime made. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about the episode just a little bit. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this new episode of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. So, the one thing that I really like too about this whole episode is that it's essentially a celebration of Captain Celebrity, right? Captain Celebrity is getting ready to go home. He's leaving. He's leaving pretty soon at this point, so they're having this whole party thing for him at Sky Egg, and you honestly can really feel Celebrity's impact within the narrative, in my opinion, because I love how all the heroes, like big or small, they all came together for this event. Like Wash came, like so many different, like Mirko came, so many different heroes were there. So the fact that they all came together and helped put on this event for Captain Celebrity, it showed how much of a difference he was able to make in such a short period of time. And it honestly kind of showed how much they appreciate him as a hero coming in and honestly helping out. So I like that a lot. I also like that we also got to see like the first interactions of Captain Celebrity and his wife. For the longest time, his wife has kind of just been like a character who's been off screen. Now we actually got to hear her, and she's funny. She's actually a really funny character. I like Captain Celebrity's wife a lot. I'm hoping we get to see like what she looks like and how she acts with him in the next episode. But honestly, like just her interaction with him, like when she was talking to him about the photo and how she didn't want anybody to see it unless it's like 50 people, and then like the reveal that it's actually 50,000. I also like the character acting too that was like on screen there. Like every character that they showed, like it's small, but they all had like distinct character like animations. I thought that was cool. They didn't have to do that. They all could have been like just a sea of the same person or like the same facial expression, but they went out of the way to give background characters different facial expressions, and I like that. It shows really good attention to detail, in my opinion. Now, moving on from that, dude, everything with Six is perfect, right? It honestly makes you feel like with this episode that everything's just going according to Six's plan. Sure, Aizawa and Tsukuichi like had a really good plan, but in the end, it all kind of felt like they were just playing into Six's hands because as soon as they feel like they won and they took out a Nomu, or not a Nomu, but like the creatures, like more spawned out, more monsters like came out and were ready to just pick up the slack. So, but actually, now that I think about it, these could technically be like the first stages of Nomu. Now that I really think about it, like I've been thinking that Six is working with All for One, like right. That's my thinking process here with Six. What if like these creatures were like some of the first Nomu, but they don't have like quirks from people. They're just able to like develop like this explosive power. That honestly is cool. Now that I'm thinking about it, I hope that's what it is. I hope that these creatures are kind of like the first like phase of Nomu. That but like they're the incomplete versions of them. That's why they explode because they don't have like quirks or anything like that. That would actually be fire. I actually think that's what it might be. So I hope that's the reveal. But yeah, what I said before too in the last video with Six specifically targeting Captain Celebrity's weakness, like protecting everyone, that's coming true because we see him once again take off his force field to protect others, and just like that, we see Six exploit that, and we see him go on the offensive and try to take out Captain Celebrity. Now, next episode in particular, it really makes you wonder what's going to happen to Captain Celebrity, because I'm an anime only when it comes to Vigilantes, so I'm not too sure what could happen with him. Like I don't know if he's going to die per se, but it's not looking good though, because we're getting a flashback to how he met his wife essentially next episode, right? We're going to see how they met, how they fell in love, all that. So when I see something like that, it automatically like puts me on high alert that, oh, these are death flags, right? Like this is a character that might not make it out of here, so he's trying to say his piece now to his wife. He's remembering the good times before the end. That's what I think might be happening with Captain Celebrity at the end of the day. But I'm looking forward to seeing how that all plays out in the next episode, because next episode is going to be great, right? It looks like a really big action episode. I think this is where Koichi is really going to shine next episode. He's already in the fray with Captain Celebrity, so I'm looking forward to seeing, is this finally when we get to see Koichi versus Six? I think we finally reached that point in the narrative, and that's just going to be perfect, because like I've heard good things about Six in the manga specifically. Like I've been hearing more and more things, so I really want to see if Koichi and Six kind of have the dynamic that Deku and Shigaraki had. And what I mean by that is Six going to be able to kind of challenge Koichi like philosophically, in my opinion? Like that's what I'm wondering. That's like the main thing. Like, can Six prove to be an like kind of like an obstacle for him? Like, is he going to make him question being a vigilante? Like, is he going to be able to question like, is this right? Is being a vigilante right? Am I going about this the right way? That's what I mostly want to see. Like, I want to see Koichi in self doubt mode. I think that would be a really good like choice for his character, in my opinion. So, seeing something like that, I would like a lot. Oh, and one more thing that I want to talk about. I loved the fact that all the heroes from the past like came together. We got to see them all do like these different events and stuff like that, show off their quirks. That was really cool. I like that a lot. It felt really nostalgic too, especially like since My Hero Academia is over, I felt like we would never see a lot of these characters again. So getting to see all of them come back, seeing a lot of them use their quirks in different ways, like that's great to me. I love stuff like that because I never thought we would see a lot of these characters again. So that's honestly a really good thing about Vigilantes. We get to spend more time with these characters that I necessarily didn't think we were ever going to be able to have again. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is Deku. Deku is going to be the primary focus of the rest of this video. So, we see in this episode Deku showing up to Sky Egg with his mom. Now, an important thing to note is that this wasn't in the manga, right? This is an anime original edition. And what I like about this is it shows just how important Koichi has become now. The Vigilantes anime has made Koichi even more important solely because Sky Egg's being attacked and Deku is there, right? Our main protagonist for the future, the one who's going to save essentially the world, is in Sky Egg. He has the potential to be taken out before he can even get started, right? So now Koichi has one of the most important roles in all of My Hero Academia, protecting the future, protecting Deku inadvertently, right? So while Koichi is essentially going to be fighting for the fate of Sky Egg and trying to protect everyone, inadvertently he's also protecting the future in Deku. He's protecting Deku and he's protecting his mom. That is such a cool like anime original choice, in my opinion. It's stuff like that that really changes the lore in a great way, because a lot of people say Vigilantes is just like a side manga, it's not that great. Well, now we have a moment where our main protagonist is essentially in peril, and one of the only people that can actually do something about it is Koichi. He's going to have to put his life on the line to save everyone in Sky Egg, and as a byproduct of that, save our protagonist of the future. That's awesome to me. That gives Vigilantes so much more stakes to the plot. I love that so much. Like it's stuff like that, man. The little things that they do for this adaptation to make it make it even better than it was before. Like, oh man, now I'm wondering like if they're gonna give like young Deku scenes, right? Like, are they gonna give him scenes where like he's clutching to his mom or something when Sky Egg's falling or if Sky Egg's falling apart, something like that. I think that would be really cool to see, and I hope this is a way that they can do more things with Deku, right? Have him like do stuff in the Sky Egg. Or sure, he's not going to be able to do much because he's 11 years old and quirkless, but have him like holding on to his mom, like reassuring her that everything's going to be okay, something like that. And who knows? Maybe All Might will even show up, and that will just reinforce like his admiration to All Might even more. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next with Deku because this was something I was not expecting, but it's such a welcome surprise. But I think that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Did you guys like this episode as much as me? And how did you guys feel about seeing Deku in like in a little shop with his mom? Do you think there's going to be more to it? Do you think they're going to do anything else with that? Or do you think it's just going to be kind of like a one-off shot? Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, I'm going to talk to you guys next time. Bye.